Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. Okay, before we get started, I want to really recommend that you watch the previous two episodes, especially the last one, because I am having fun with glitches. With that said, my name is Draygone the Willem Fuzzbottom Jr., and these are some of my patrons. Snow Hazard, and a special thanks to my special sponsor, Lit Dragon. Alright, let's recap. You see that cave up ahead? That cave leads to the Gaian Islands, and inside the Gaian Islands somewhere is the next boss. And I probably would have defeated that boss by now, if not for these froze that wound up on my team. There are a couple of froze inside that cave, and you need to find them in order to get through the dungeon. These frogs are giant frogs, and these guys are kind of interesting, not just because they are giant frogs, but because their positioning on the map is a little wonky. So wonky, in fact, that every time you go in and out of the menu, the game tries to compensate by pushing the frog a little bit backwards. And, in fact, if you keep doing this, you will be able to eventually break out of bounds. And fun times to be had. Anyway, when we last left off, I was back here in Millis, and in fact I was inside this shop here, and I decided to go ahead and check out what it was like inside that wall over there. And then I found myself inexplicably floating up into the void. Bye! I must say, I did not expect this. No, I did not expect this at all. And I'm still going. Wow. I totally expected to just be sitting there on the other side of the wall. But no, I'm being pushed into... Can I get back down? Which way was I facing? I lost track of myself. Crap. Let's try this again. Okay, this time let's do this in the inn, and I'll go ahead and put myself behind the window, because I'm kind of curious if the window has a back side to it. Yeah, the window has a back side to it. So let me go ahead and do this. I'm not floating up so far. How far do I have to go to float up? There we go. Oh, look at that. Okay, I'm going to switch to Akira real quick, because we get a chance to see up his skirt. But look at that. The house has a roof. I did not expect that. Bye, Akira! Okay, let's go try to walk our way back in. Oh, that's not possible. We're actually stuck out here. Well, that was interesting. You know what? Under normal circumstances, you're not actually able to go inside buildings like this. They have no doors. They're just house models slow down. So... let's actually go inside one of these houses. Because we can. Probably won't be that interesting. Kind of. In fact, it has a second boundary inside. So let me go in there further. We're like discovering all sorts of things today. Although suddenly finding myself floating up into nothingness is definitely going to be the highlight of this episode. I kind of like this. There needs to be like a way to actually put you in here. Like, maybe for a cutscene or something. Would be an interesting view. You know, this frog wants to go swimming, and I want a closer look at that statue over there. Let's go ahead and break our way into the fountain. There we go. So let's get a close look at this statue. What do we got here? Uh-huh. I'm a little curious about what we got here. Hold on, let me... Aw. I swear that this statue is a little more detailed than expected. I can't tell. No, maybe it's just the shading. It's unfortunate shading. Yeah, let's just say it's unfortunate shading. Like, very unfortunate shading. I mean, this game is rated everyone. Or, well, not a Ronin story. RPG Maker 3 is rated everyone. Alright, next. Sorry, but the castle is off limits right now. You'll have to leave. Well, you know what? Screw you. I'm going inside the castle anyway. There we go. No, wait. The door has its own boundary. Let's go a little bit further. Oh, wait a sec. Okay. So, we're not actually going inside the castle quite yet. The castle itself is a little further out, surrounded by grass and hills. I should have known that. I've kind of been out here before. That's an interesting illusion. Like, when you're outside the castle wall, it seems like this is actually part of a building, but no, the actual building is separate. Oh, and it's, goes down quite a ways. Surprisingly, it has its own boundary. In fact, I'm willing to bet that this castle building is the exact same one that you see outside on the overworld. Yeah, I am very much certain of that, so that's kind of interesting. Naturally, I'm not gonna try going inside it because I already did that on the actual overworld. So, that's cool. You know, I didn't... On second thought, let me go back inside. I didn't look up inside the castle. So let's go ahead and glitch my way in here. You know, even as a two-part episode, part 2 is likely to be kind of on the long side. But yeah, that's okay. Oh, I can't look up inside the castle. All I see is grass. Find it very interesting, though, that all the models, all the textures are double-sided. Games don't normally do that. They normally just have one side rendered, because why render the side that you can never see? Alright, well, let's go ahead and load back, and we'll go back inside the castle on the world map, because I'm curious what it looks like inside looking up. Actually, here's something I haven't tried. What does it look like inside one of the towers? Probably not very interesting, but I gotta leave no stone unturned. And it looks like this. Hold on. Well, let me go a little further in. So, it's like there's a little door in here. Can I get a little further in? No. In fact, I think I wound up pushing myself back out. So let me fully glitch my way in here. There we go. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. I expected this wall to be completely solid going through, but nope. It is not. Alright, back outside. I'll meet you inside the castle. I said inside the castle, not... Oh, this is totally gonna be the thumbnail. How did I wind up? Where am I? How? What? Where am I? I'm above the castle. How did that... What? Not what I expected. But I will take it. Am I stuck? Yep, I'm stuck. No, I wasn't stuck. Alright. Okay, this is definitely going to be one of my favorite episodes I have ever done. Okay, I know I can break into the castle from the backside. Let's go ahead and do that after I run from this encounter. Okay, I'm actually inside the castle now. Take a look up from here. It was not as interesting in here as I was hoping. Do I get a better view anywhere? A little bit, but no. Alright, I'm done in here. I'll run from this battle and meet you inside Ravenous. Actually, I decided to glitch myself back on top of the castle because I want to just point something of interest out. So, the ocean around the world map has an edge, and in fact, it's not a round edge either. You can see its corners. There is this corner over there, and you can see a corner over there. It's kind of interesting how the map is basically a set piece just sitting inside a giant scenic boundary. Like even the world map is. It's too bad that I can't actually go into the water. That would be fun. Alright, now I'll meet you inside Ravenous. Okay, I'm inside Ravenous. On the world map. Kind of interesting. In an earlier episode, I saw an episode sitting right outside the wall looking in, and I thought it was an interesting view before. But no, this is a much more interesting view. Also, it is interesting how the town only has one building. Is there any way I can actually see inside this building? No, because RPG Maker 3's camera sucks. That's too bad. Still though, we can get a close-up look at these trees and see how pop-up book-ish they are. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and head back to Sakai. Go ahead and take the western tunnel. Go downstairs. You know what? No. Stairs are for humans. Just go through the wall. There's a point to this. Just wait. Oh. Alright, there we go. Oh, nope. Okay, that's interesting. I use that word in this episode a lot, but that is interesting. The inside of the doorway has its own boundary, even though you can never reach it. Anyway, we have passed through there, and I'm just going to keep heading straight. Oh, look at this. Where are we now? Well, let's find out. I'll just go ahead and glitch my way through here. There we go. Assuming there's not another boundary. Yeah, apparently stairways have boundaries on their back sides. That is what I am encountering right here. The stairway. The other stairway, in fact. Both sides of this tunnel are pretty much the same map, while the downstairs segment is its own map. I just thought that it would be worth pointing that out. Now then, here we are in Sakai. Is this a different town? Yeah, this is a different town. Let me go ahead and... town model, that is. Let me go ahead and glitch my way into it. I see that tower over there. I don't think that I am going to be able to go over there. It is kind of on a dangerous road. Or rather, the road there is dangerous. Full of high-leveled monsters that I'm not supposed to be meeting yet. So here we are in Oteki. Once again, it is a single town. There's an outhouse here. Why is there an outhouse here? RPG Maker 3 doesn't have outhouses, or sheds for that matter. It's interesting how there is like an outhouse shed model for the town, but you can never actually use one. Oh hey, the camera's low enough for here. And there we go. This is the inside of that building. Let me go ahead and save real quick. And just in case, I'll save on the outside of the boundary. Alright, here we are in the village of Sakai. First thing I'm going to do is boundary break my way into the scenery outside. And, it's not that interesting, I guess. I mean, it certainly is. Is there another word for interesting? Hold on a sec. I'm going to look up synonyms for interesting, because I'm tired of using that word. This is definitely amusing. But it's basically, well, it's kind of like the castle town, but most of my vision is obscured by ground. So let me go ahead and break my way back into town real quick. Alright, so the first place I'm gonna go is the house of Akira's master. Akira's master disowned Akira because Akira decided to join the enemy. So Akira is going to get his revenge by sending a plague of glitch frog to his master's house. Kinda curious what is going to happen if I try glitching my way under this staircase. I'll probably be forced upward onto the level above if it's anything like the shop. Yep, there we go. I've just been glitched into the area above. Anything else of worth here? What's it look like outside the door? Probably not that compelling. No! I could be wrong though. I could definitely be wrong. Let's just go ahead and continue moving out here some more. Oh, and there I go. So, the outside of the door has graphics for a dark outside and a bright outside at the same time. It's like they intended for you to possibly be able to open the door and you would see outside. Or a day and night facsimile of outside anyway. That is a provocative discovery. And what about inside this house? This is the house that we killed a guy and then killed some ants. This house has an upstairs level. Let's see what happens. I bet I know what happens. We're probably just going to wind up kind of... Nope, I didn't go far enough. We're probably just going to be forced on top of the stairs. But it is a striking view nonetheless. Oh, there we are on top of the stairs. Well, in that case, what about if we go this way into the area with the next floor? Okay, before I go any further, let me check out the view. Engaging. I go a little bit further. And there I go. Fun times. Alright, well, I guess that's about it for this place. Actually, here's a thought. Do I go through the counter? Or can I actually wind up on top of it? Just through it. Oh well. I'm gonna go ahead and head back to Okiku now. Akira's hometown. Hey, Ivan. Sup? I'm a giant frog. Alright, so Okiku is basically the same town as Millis, just with differently arranged buildings, so for the most part, I'm not going to really do anything outside. Instead, we're going to go ahead and head into Akira's house, where I'm going to do some obvious experimentation. Actually, I have a couple different ideas. Let's start with the most obvious. We'll glitch our way on top of the balcony. And sure enough, I'm on top of the balcony. Now what happens if I try going off the balcony? I just wind up back down there. Sadly, most of these glitches are going to be kind of similar. But it's still worth trying to check things out, just for curiosity's sake. I mean, if it wasn't for curiosity's sake, we wouldn't have found out that there's daylight nightlight on the other side of doors. Speaking of doors, cathedrals also have fake doors, like that one door back in Millis, in the shop. So let's go ahead and just check out inside this door real quick. Okay, we have some texture fighting over each other some more. We can't look up the tower. Boy, look at all this. Oh, more invisible boundaries from there. Alright, enough about that. Let's go into this castle. It is the one castle that we can explore right now. And I'm particularly thought-provoked in seeing what we can do about right in here. So there's a downstairs level. We'll probably be forced skyward like we were before. Yeah, there I go. That's too bad. I was kind of hoping that maybe the stairway physics were nearby and I could, like, climb invisible stairs. But no, anytime you go outside the building, you're just forced up into the air. So I decided to glitch my way into Okiku Castle, which isn't particularly magnetic. But, I did it anyway, for completion's sake. Anyway, I think we're just about done glitching through walls. There is one more wall that I am especially looking forward to. And it is back in Gaia. I will meet you nearby Millis. Alright, I am back nearby Millis, and we are going to go ahead and head this direction. Up ahead is a tunnel that leads to the final area of the game, and we'll be checking that out shortly. But first, there is something else that I am interested in. You remember how I showed off earlier that there is a big old boundary, not really a boundary, but an edge. This world has an edge. The ocean out there has an edge. And that edge actually isn't very far off. In fact, in order to make sure you never got close enough to reach that edge, when you create a world map, it has an invisible wall. It should be somewhere around here. And it is further back than I thought. There it is. Yeah, I cannot go any further. Even though there is more map, I'm not allowed to go further because the game developers of RPG Maker 3 do not want me being able to get too close to the edge of the map. Well, you know what I say? I say, screw them. Hopefully, the game doesn't decide to... What did it do earlier? I don't even know the word for it, but basically the game doesn't have a failsafe for doing this. Like I did when I tried glitching my way into the water. Does not seem to be the case, though. I'm willing to bet that I am somewhere out beyond the border now. Maybe? No. Let's try this some more. Well, this is an interesting turn of events. I found the one place that you cannot glitch yourself backwards. Like, I have gone in and out of the menu so many times, and I am not making it past this point. So, that's weird. Let's move on. Alright, back at the entrance of the northern tunnel. Just for completion's sake, might as well check out what it looks like inside the wall of this. You know, for all the going into walls that I have been doing in this mini-series, I would like to bring up that if I had a superpower, it would be to go inside walls. Although it wouldn't quite work out the same way that it does in this game. Like, I'd actually be able to see back outside the walls. But it would be an interesting power, being able to spy on people from inside walls, looking out through the wall like it was a window. Anyway, let's see what this looks like in here. It looks like... let me get a little closer. That's too close. There we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. That is the inside of this. And now we know. And knowing is some part of the battle. I'm not really sure how much. Anyway, like I said earlier, at some point, this tunnel here leads to the final area of the game. Now, in order to reach the final area, I'm going to have to defeat the next boss, go through the next dungeon. After defeating the last demon captain, I would bring all the ashes to Ivan, and I would get the key from him, and so we would move on. Ivan has the key. However, remember how I said that had I known about this glitch in the Gaian Islands, I could have did some sequence breaking in the Gaian Islands? Well, I can do some sequence breaking here. I have glitched my way through the door, completely skipping the next boss and the next dungeon. Cool! And speaking of cool, welcome to the final area of the game, Slobania. I am probably under level for this place, so I'm not going to proceed any further. There is so much potential with this. Like I said, I could skip the next boss and the next dungeon. And I would be able to go into the final area with a couple of frogs. But I could take this backwards as well. Because you can't see it too well, unless I go in and out of the menu again. But up ahead is a tunnel. Inside that tunnel is another party member. Now, I'm not going to show you who that party member is, because that party member is major spoilers. But if I wanted to, I could head into that tunnel, grab that party member, and then come back with that party member and have that party member alongside me to kick the next boss's butt and help me through the next dungeon. And let me tell you, the next party member inside that cave, really strong character, so it would make the next dungeon pretty dang easy. At the same time, I could just throw caution to the wind and proceed onward, even though I am glitching, or even though I am underleveled. And in fact, after making it through that cave, I would be able to go straight to the final boss. Oh, so much potential, and I'm not sure what to do. Especially since this is a redo of this Let's Play. I kinda wanna do it right. I mean, yeah, I'm also kind of glitching things up right now, but none of the stuff that I'm doing is permanent. I have been keeping a separate save file, so that after I'm done breaking through boundaries, I'll just reload my save inside the cave. just in case, I will go ahead and create a save here. Just in case I decide to come back to it to do something later on. I make no promises. I might not actually use this save. But later on, it will definitely be tempting to see how far I can get going towards the final boss with this current setup. So tempting. Anyway, that is pretty much it for going through walls and breaking through boundaries. Now, let us go ahead and I'll go ahead and return to the save that I just mentioned that is still sitting inside the current dungeon. Apparently did not save the fact that I opened the door. Alright. One more thing that I want to find out. Because I'm curious. Does this glitch work with a.k.a? Because if this glitch works with a.k.a, that is messed up. That means that we can take advantage of this glitch no matter what character we're using. It seems though that no, we are not able to do this with a.k.a. No, I'm gonna say no. So now we know. Alright. Now, enough goofing off. As fun as it is, kinda wanna dealing with the boss now. And so here we are. It's boss time. This must be the next altar. Looks like the demon's coming. And I won't have to deal with lag during this fight. Yay! We'll have to deal with a couple of skeletons. Oh, we're fighting Leviathan. Okay then. Naturally, cannot physically attack Leviathan because he's in the back row. This texture for the skill list has a fuzzy edge. All right. Do I just go? Oh, it actually is Leviathan. All right. So do I just go for Leviathan, or should I take out the guys in front first? Take out the guys in front first. They do cause a bit of damage. And we'll hope that the green throat don't miss. Okay, good. That means red throat can throw a spell at that guy. And then it'll be just dealing with Leviathan. Oh, that was a weak spell. Oh, Leviathan knows Cure. Well, I'm not concerned. Just go ahead and finish taking care of you. And now we can just go ahead and focus on the Leviathan. Won't worry about using up MP for the rest of this stage. Next phase of this fight, though, Red Throat is going to stack that attack onto a.k.a. For now, though, regen your MP. Oh, it knows stimulant. Don't even know what this thing is capable of yet. Aside from healing and stat buffs, well, Azar is going to be stronger in its second form. And no real introduction to the second form. We're pretty much expecting it. Ooh, he's all mad now. Alright. Kira, I see no reason not to Well, I might see a reason not to spam lightning spells, but I can't remember if this thing knows lightning or not. Whatever, zap it. How much damage? 82. So it's not weak to lightning. Now you only know healing spells, right? Yeah. So I guess just slap it. Or attempt to. And as for Red Road, we're just gonna kind of increase Akira's attack over and over. Oh, it knows an ice spell. Alright. Well, I don't see the Green Road being much use in regards to physical attacking. So I guess I can go ahead and use a healing spell. In the meantime, Akira's attack has not been boosted quite enough. So, might as well use more magic. Actually, since I'm having to keep using magic... Oh wait, never mind. Akira's only got one spell left on him. So it'll probably be a good idea to use this stimulant some more. I don't know if there is a cap to doing this. Ah, drat. Okay, this time I'm going to want to use a healing item. I doubt that your attack is going to be good enough, so use lightning again. Oh, I didn't need to worry about using a stimulant. Ah, whatever. Aren't we supposed to get the ashes? Akira gained a level! Akira learned ice. That's gonna come in handy. I guess now the Road colony will be able to reform. But that's none of my concern. I'd better get going. Goodbye, Roads. You were fun. It looks like you're doing pretty well for yourself. What? Who's there? Head south to Mount Vesuvio, and you might find out. Hey! What's this about? Answer me! This job isn't worth what it's paying. So yeah, the Roads are gone. How sad. And Akira's low on health. I don't feel like using a healing item, not when I'm this close to town. Just in case though, going to save. Now, is there anything I want to do before I end this? Well, I suppose I should check out that spell. Just get a peek at it. Even if we don't use it. So we got ice. Costs 15 MP and does 70 damage. So it's the same as the lightning spell, just a different element. That might actually come in handy against the optional boss, which I'll be fighting next time, by the way. Because the optional boss has a pretty painful fire spell. But maybe that means it's weak to ice. Honestly, I'm not sure. I actually fought it before this point in my original playthrough, which of course is why I had so much trouble with it. It looks like, in general, my stats go up maybe 8 points after every level. So it's not a huge boost to my attack, but whatever. It's also a boost to my magic. Anyway, this has been going on long enough. So down at the bottom of the screen is all of my patrons. I'm gonna try to make my way into town. Hopefully not die. And next time, we're going to be going on to an optional quest that is here in town. Okay, I made it. So I'll save again. And I will see you in the next one.